Hello.
Is it Murthy?
Yes, Murthy here.
Just
Is it
no, Murthy.
okay? Okay. The last actually we talk about a couple of examples on the examples. Right. Let me open Eclipse. Okay. So yesterday we created a simple Java project. Actually, we created some class and where we test program, right? So you should try to extend the same exercise with we inject the values through an argument. So already did arguments from command prompt. We provide those command line arguments from Eclipse. Same example, int equal to, so wrote like integer dot c. There is a method parseInt, which layer also is of 0. So argument will get it. The same, the segment will give an value. Now, if and see, guys, do you able to see my job or any problems? Anyone?
This is Rai unable to see that.
Okay. Abhishek,
Yeah, Murthy. Able to see it.
so can you rejoin, because everyone is able to.
Oh, okay, I can see it now.
Oh, okay. See slide, I guess.
This is Suresh here. I just have a question. It's like getting the basics again here.
Yeah, yes, Suresh. Actually, the request from most of the students. That's the reason I'm doing this. Maybe a couple of today and tomorrow might be the repeated sessions will be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
It can be, and so without A, not plus A, I want to display, else not really here curse is needed, because it's only a single statement. So the Greek. So now how inject these values, right? The coding that's into the program. So hard code values into your program, so there's no need of compiling your program again. Right? Because you have to write the program in such a way that you should not have any hard coded values. So now, right now we'll be beginning by using run as and Java application. This is the way, right? But here you have another option, configurations. Go to this. Everything, and third, the application. Under Java application, click on new. Automatically, the test, whatever class you created just now, the test will come here. Okay, so you can see the arguments here. So here you need to give the values. So A and this is B. This is ARGS of 0 and this is ARGS of 1. Now run it. You can see program output. So how many times you run it, same result you'll see. Output, you see relations again. Argue example 400. Now is A, which is 400. For values through Eclipse for command line arguments. Try for so you get a chance to work on number among 3 different numbers. I told that example, right? So we get to already did that exercise. That's fine for, but the people that example. So we need to use some other logical operators. Using that, you have to do that. Otherwise, without logical operators also we can do that. But yeah.
What I get, it keeps saying terminated test application java.exe. It keeps repeating it and again. I don't know why.
What is that problem?
I run this and I'm looking into the console right now. Even I can see on your screen, terminated test Java application.
Okay.
What was that about? Because I don't see anything apart from that.
Terminated meaning the program execution is completed. That Once you it, it's not an error. Run the program, it is output on the console, and finally it would say that the program is terminated.
Yeah, here, but I don't see the output window. That's the thing. I don't know why.
So you see the output?
No.
Okay. It is not matching. Something would be there. So you write the program something like this.
I know about the way you spoke of about the console. I use new parameter, it's not showing up, but when I right click and just run it as a Java application, I can see the output. So is there a difference between both of them?
So what I did is like, if you put the values directly, you will get the run as application. You can do that. But here, you provide the values. You know, you didn't provide the values. That's the reason you don't see any input. Plus, these we need to provide. You need to do the configuration. You make it out, Java application, test, and values here, and then run it. Maybe have these values. That's the reason it is blank.
True, it's working. Yep.
That's it. So this is, and now we'll move on. Basically, for every class, if you write like this, then in a non scenario, in real-time scenarios, for application development, we will be developing a lot of classes. Mid-level application may consume like 200 classes also. So in scenario, how do we manage all these classes? If you have all these classes at one place, then it gives more confusion. Which belongs to which model? You know, it's tough to understand. That is actually there is a concept called patch. The patch is a concept, nothing but so related classes are grouped together. You know, that grouping is called packaging. So package is nothing but a directory. So normally in operating systems also we used to maintain directories. So the purpose of directory is to organize all the files. So here also the pack is nothing but to all the classes. You're working with any organization, so the package convention should be something like this. I'm explaining an example. So if you're working with some company,
Move the screen.
yeah, you can see now. So it's a company called Sigma. You are working with an application employee portal, right? So it has some many different modules. Modules are some, for example, this is HR module. For our module, you want to develop some classes like this: class 2, class 3. Like another module, pay module. Like that, no, a couple of modules are there. So means you're designing this the application as a product which I want to the customers, the commercial product. So in that case, so I can package name something like this, because if it is a commercial product, normally we start with the package notation as com meant for commercial. Com, your name is Sigma, your name is MP portal, your role is HR. So you'll define the package name. So package name you will be writing the classes. Looking at the package name, then easily identify to which role these classes belongs. Okay, so that is the way of organizing the package structure. So you can see we have a lot of classes in Java.
Murthy, a question. This is Ram.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, com dot sigma dot hr dot you the if how define the absolute path for class 1. Let's class 1. So dot sigma dot ep dot hr dot class 1 is the after hr can I add that dot class 1?
Yeah. This is nothing but a directory.
Okay, so I can increase class. Okay.
Right. So see the Bible where you can see all the Java classes. Okay, you want to see that always check this site. Okay, we are in the JTSE. Go to the documentation. Go to ePage. So go to code docs. All these packages here. So of the packages. Each package should consist some couple of class interface exceptions. A lot of things will be there. For example, so normally Java.lang is a default package. So package means when you define class, automatically Java.lang package classes would be available to you. The reason when you write any class, for example, string is for a class. As a class, not a data type in the sense. It's not a primitive data type. It is a complex data type. So all the classes we can that it's a complex data type. Okay, but we are using this thing. We are not using any import statements. Imports should be used to, if you want to import any specific class from any specific page, then we use the import statement, like include statement in C or C++. Right? So the string class is coming from Java.lang package. Here, take integer. Even this is also class. It also come from Java.lang package. So let me stuff different packages. Here you'll find Java.lang. Java.lang. So see boolean, character, float integer, long, right? String. So all you will find it here. For example, if you click on that, you'll get the corresponding help. One method available in this class and all those things. You'll get each information of that. The package is a Java package. To create a new package. Sorry.
I'm Jumala.
Mm-hmm.
So consider this, whatever the classes defined in this Java.lang package are all wrapper classes.
New classes are wrapper classes. Like for example, integer, or double. Those are wrapper classes. How many classes we have? Only 8.
Mm-hmm.
String is not a wrapper class. String class. String is there. Other classes are also there.
Right. So all the classes are not wrapper classes.
No. Wrapper classes we have only 8. That's
okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right. If you want to, for example, you have maybe I need a list is a class. I want this class to be used in my class. Okay. So this is my class name. Assume that this list is coming from package. Then you have to use the import statement like this. Import dot bhr dot list like that. You have to use this import statement first. Then only you can use this class. Okay. So of notation is, for example, you can mention like this also, HR dot star. So that is, what are all the classes comes under this HR package? All classes are available to your program. But a bad practice normally, because which is needed, import that specific class. Don't use star always, because that will be a permanent actually. So that will degrade the performance of the application. Okay. So therefore, if you include any package, the same way I create this class under package, then you use a package class package, right? Dot sigma dot employee portal dot HR. That's it. So our package, this class will be defined. Use this class, then they have to use this package, import it, and then they can make use of this class name. Okay. Say, let me define a class. So when you define the class, it will ask you for the package name here. You can form dot sigma employee dot HR. For example, class name is hello. See, basically package notation will come here. So let's see to teaser dot constant of 0. Let's try if is then decide whether the given number is even or odd.
Module operation.
Module. If equals to 0, then this out it is even. Else odd. When you give the input to this class, because they are just 0. So go to run configurations, and already test is there, but my class is hello this time. So in new, automatically hello will come. Unit 103 dot 100. Right, the way of a package. So now you can see these packages also. For example, this set is created in E7 I created this project. So if you go into that, so you'll do folders here, right? SRC, C, Sigma, EP, HR, Sigma folders only. So we'll find hello.java. The same bin where you will find the files. So here actually you'll find the class file. So about packets and import statements.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So here I noticed this arguments. Just we are passing integers 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Okay. So sometimes I need to pass a complex structure as a method to my main function. Is it possible?
By complex.
Okay, let us take some one structure. Consider some position is my structure. It has a lot of parameters: latitude, longitude, and something else. I define a position object. I want to pass that position object as a parameter to main function. Is it possible?
See, it is your pass is a string, whether complex or simple. In the matter, what are you doing is like you are simply giving some some string value. That could be anything. That's up to give that value. But once you wait, how do you take it into your program? That's up to you. How do you implement that program? That way you write your logic algorithm.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to provide some 1 ampersand 2 ampersand 3 ampersand 4 ampersand 5. So that will get it as a one single string here. Once you get string, I want to split that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. So you have to write in your logic.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So this is all about the basic programming concepts. Let's move on to the OOPS concepts. Actually, as I told you, Java is an oriented programming language, right? So we understand how do we implement these OOPS concepts in Java. That's important here. So, object-oriented programming language. So the buzzwords will come into picture. So data abstraction, right? Installation and polymorphism. So these are the common buzzwords for which applicable, which is any object-oriented programming language. Sharp is also object-oriented programming language. VC++, VNet, sorry. VNet, of course, VC++ is also there. So you name it any object-oriented programming language, these concepts will be there. Now we need to understand how do we define these concepts to Java. So let's see data abstraction. Abstraction means abstract your data. Because the important piece of information for any application, right? So, how do we? Detection is nothing but how do we hide the data from others? The data hiding. Okay, so now let's create another project. Say Java 2. Okay, what's this? Now let's find one simple class dot Java 2. Normally I follow this structure so that you know in which exercise we are in. So we'll know that. Okay, I will be defining employee. I don't want the main method employee because I don't want to run the AI class. Here, employee and that's it. This class. So I want to use this class. So and for this, so to understand that what object and class. So defining the classes till now, right? So now we need to understand what is class and object. Okay, can you please tell me what is understanding about class and object?
Object is a super of all the classes. Object is a way of identifying a particular.
I'm not talking about the object class which is already existing in the Java API.
Okay.
Normal terminology is object class. Object class also in the java.lang package.
Right.
We are talking about that object, right?
Right.
But not about that. in object-oriented languages, there will be objects and there will be classes. We'll be defining the classes, we'll create the object, something like that, right?
So class is basically a place where we find all the methods and variables and attributes which can work and we can refer them as objects in some other programs wherever that.
Even object also consists the same, right?
Yes.
Also consists the same methods and all those things.
Yeah, it is just a super class of all the classes. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Yes, Suni? Who joined? I mean, Prabhakar, you can. What is class and object?
Hello.
Yeah, but can you hear me?
Yeah. Animal is example for class. Tiger is an
Sir, I don't get you.
animal class. Tiger is
Oh, tiger is a class. Tiger is an object. That's true. Correct. So the classification animal is a top level class. Under animal, there could be a different animal types will be there. Tiger is one animal. No, one animal. Elephant is one animal. These are all the different objects. That is. So the class is a template. Class is a template. Okay. So from template, we define the object. For translation of class is object. Okay. So this example for class and object is like I already told you. So we'll continue like this. Maybe today and tomorrow will be continued like that, and then we'll move on to the actual topic. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So installation of a class is an object. So for example, take building. If you want to construct the building, we need to have a building plan. Right? The plan is a class. Building is a class. But the building plan, you can construct similar buildings at places. So now building is called an object. Plan not occupy any space. Simply plan is on the paper, right? You not occupy any space. As the building occupies some space, it has its own premise. It has its own, everything. Maybe the buildings looks like same, but each building has its own space. So the building occupy space in the same way. Object also occupy some space. So here, object means one create object means we are creating the memory. We are allocating the memory for the class. So the class and object. The class is a template as a blueprint, and object instance of a class is called object. You create a number of instances by your same class. You can construct different using the same building plan, the same way. Okay. So about class and object. So do you create an object in new keyword? Use the word will construct the object. For example, you created a class test like this. Some I. This is class. So you can create object test t equal to new test. This is the way of creating the object. So this object, this is object, and E is called object reference. This object reference. Okay. So when you create the statement, then automatically it would create. So T which pointing to some memory. is created, that will be decided how do you define the class. In your class, actually, you could I. So this is a variable. For integer variable, how many bytes will be allocated? Okay, 4 bytes of memory will be allocated automatically. It is referred by T. So that's the object class, and now employee class and code. Now I want to access this object. So let me run one more class. Right, test. I want to create that object. So create it, employee p equal to new employee. Okay, this way of create object, and for the here the code. The code I want to access that. How do you do that? emp dot code equal 123 or 12, something like that. So you access the attribute by using the dot notation. But yeah.
Hello, Murthy sir.
Yeah, through.
Parallel, we can define only one class, right? We cannot define more than one class.
Per
file, we can define only one class in a file.
No, like that. You can find n classes also. I understand the question. So, for example, take this class.
Yeah.
This is a class.
Yeah.
But I can define test.
Okay.
You create n number of classes.
Okay.
Always keep the one point in mind is, one of the class should be public, and whatever class is public, that we should be using as a file name.
Okay.
Okay. Limit actually. Each file can have a number of
that's
classes.
what I noticed actually. We're defining the class members, but what I'm thinking is it possible for me to define a global variables in a file? To define a global variable.
No, actually the global variable concept should not be come into picture here. That is what actually we want to overcome here in object-oriented language. The global variable concept here. So global variable concept is either procedure-oriented programming language, from any of the method we can set that value. That is danger, right? We need to protect that. This is what we are doing through data abstraction. So
okay.
concept. So even that is there, but we should not go for that actually.
Okay.
So, but no, we can assign the value like this, but which we should not recommend something like this. Don't assign any value directly to the variable like this. So if you assign like this, anyone can assign the value, and point of time we don't know what value is associated in variable. It's a good practice that. And one more thing is employee class I'm using in employee test. You don't have any import statement here. Why? Because classes are in the same package. If they are in the same package, the import is not required. Okay, so the good practice is always you keep fine this a private. You define this as a private. Define this attribute as a private. Then definitely the class in the same package it cannot access. So say field employee.code is not visible. It cannot be visible. So I cannot access the variable, then there is no use, right? So we provide some mechanism to assign the value. So for that reason, actually, we find the method. So method should be public, for example, set code, which will take the parameter in code or in C equal to C.
Hello.
Asking question. Is that?
Yeah. Can you actually show me how to create that object? Like explain.
I don't get it. So it's a keyword. New employee class.
Okay, MP is like object name.
The object, do all this as an object. This is the object reference. The object. This will pointing to this. So I think I already showed you here. Object reference, which points to memory. This is the one.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. So I defined one simple code which int as a parameter and code and see. So now we can access this set code method here. So now doing this, so now I can access mp dot set code for 12. That way of communicating with any object. So that's the reason actually I made this method as a public. If it's also private, then definitely you cannot access that. Actually, no one can access this attribute except this class. Definite code is accessible within this class, but not outside of the class. So this is what actually data action, right? So we can always, it's a good practice that key define every attribute, all the attribute in a class should be private, and you have to provide public methods to access that. You set the value or to get the value also. It is practice that to define methods. That's the reason. For example, there is a name. For example, name. This is string. Okay. So now these attributes are defined. I define getters and setter methods for these two attributes. How do that? Simply right click, go to the source, generate getters and setters. You click on two options, automatically getters will be created. So code is to return the value and set is to set the value. This is a keyword which refers to class. So this code means that refers to this. This refers to this, and on that side also, other side also code is there. So this refers to this. So to distinguish between these two variables, so see this keyword here. Okay, so like this, we'll define the class. Is to to restrict the access to the outside world. Okay, actually I defined setter to value. So now out is a shortcut command. This out shortcut command to sysout, type this sysout and press control space, which will generate system.println automatically. Get code. So to this value. So try it. So you'll get the 12 input as output. Okay. So anyways, I'm using this method to pass values. The same and also give values. So you construct the memory. You construct the memory also, you can pass the values. That is called a topic constructed. Construct means while creating object, pass the values. Okay, so now here actually we are using constructor. This is called constructor. It would always look a class name. Okay, employee class name. Constructor should also be the name it uses. But this constructor is not there in my employee class. Where I found. Whenever you use this statement, automatically create that constructor. It is called default constructor. You define your default constructor, even that's also fine. So you can construct also here. For example, here the constructor should be public again. Public like that. For example, we give the code value as -1. String value name to no. For example, the D values I want to set for employee. Okay, now even comment this also. It will use the comment as double slash, which is a line comment. Okay. If you want to do the multi-line comment, you should use like in C / followed by /. This is called multi-line comment. Now I created an employee object like this. Now what would we be getting? -1. So because we initialize the default values into the default constructor.
Murthy, question for you. When on this particular screen, declaring daily as private and the methods as public. So why is that different?
That is data hiding. So I explained all these concepts. So is this Sriharsha?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I explained, right? So that is what data hiding. Repeated questions. So you please go with my lecture. Otherwise, the video will be there. You can go through the video. You will get the answers. For your previous I answered. Okay. So employee is the class default constructor where actually I define the default values. That's the reason actually you will be getting as a -1 as value. So to initialize some other constructor, you can define and one more constructor there. Code. Define int code. So you can initialize with this code equal to code. So I'm defining a constructor where I'm passing only one value. So you can give, for example, 100. We give a name also. Get name. Okay. Run as application. So you'll get value as 100, but we still know. Okay. And I will pass the second also. Time I will string dot name. Dot name. Okay, so I define one more constructor which takes 2 parameters here. So construct like for example, this is Murthy. So call the get code and get name. So these values, what are values you are passing? This would have set. This is a set code and this is set name. Right? Like that, you can write n number of constructors. But the difference between these constructors, if you don't give a value, that is called default constructor. If you give a parameter, so that is called parameter constructor. Right? However you call this constructor, the corresponding constructor would be called. So constructors are used to values to the class. Is the questions?
Murthy sir, I have a question here. So, can I my constructor as private?
If it be constructed as a private, then what will happen? For example, can access the private members in an
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I'm coming to my point actually. See, so if the constructor is public, then only the object creation will be allowed.
correct.
Okay. Since the constructor is private, I think it will not allow to create an object.
Correct.
Okay. So what I'm trying to do is I want to create a method in the class. Okay. The method I will create a for that object. So whenever I create an object, is it possible actually? That's what
Definitely possible. So that is called actually one of the approach. One of the point you mentioned is singleton pattern.
okay.
Singleton pattern means like I don't want to create object directly. So maybe I can define method. Using that method, I will create the object. Okay, do that.
Yep. Okay. One more question I have here. So we have one is a default constructor, one is a parameter constructor, and one more is I think one more copy constructor. I think we did not. Okay, right?
Constructor, which is not this only. See whatever values you are getting, so those will be copied to the local. These are only two types: default constructors and parameter constructors.
Okay. So copy constructor is the type of a parameter constructor.
Yes.
Okay. So now next question is when this copy constructor will be invoked. See, because you do assignment object 1 is equal to object 2, is copy constructor will be invoked or because slightly different from C++ language. We have one is assignment operator and copy constructor is two different things actually. So that's
no, actually here again I'm coming back to the same answer. So only two types of constructors here in Java, Tirumala.
Yeah.
Default and parameter. That's it.
Okay.
A copy constructor will be there in C++, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't have here.
Okay.
Questions from anyone? Need to please understand these concepts thoroughly because the building blocks. We need to thoroughly understand these concepts. These will again repeated for next other classes also. So other things are abstract classes, interfaces. The same things will be repeated again. Of the things, I guess. Our questions, then we'll wind up, and so we'll talk about inheritance. Okay. Anyway, here actually we talk about one more concept, which is the polymorphism. So he constructed parameters, right? The same name everywhere, but is different here. No constructor, one constructor, two constructor. So this is called as one form of polymorphism. Okay, in polymorphism we have two types. Polymorphism we have two types. One is compile time, runtime. So now this structure having the many constructors with different parameters is called overloading. That is called overloading. Actually, we did constructor overloading. Okay, constructor with the different parameters. That is called constructor overloading. Like that, we can have the method overloading also. Which means have method. For example, public this is one method. Like that, find the same method into code. So implementation inside of the method. That's anything. But here you need to understand is like here and there I am using the same name, but no parameter. There is a parameter. So this is called method overloading. So nothing but a compile time polymorphism, because whenever you call in the program, the corresponding constructor or corresponding method would be called. At compile time itself, it knows what constructor needs to be called, what method needs to be called. Concept, runtime polymorphism. Okay, right. So basically overriding come into picture. So we'll overriding tomorrow. That actually we need to discuss about inheritance first. Okay, so we'll discuss inheritance tomorrow. Okay, see you tomorrow then.